Ducks to get that title.
This is Amanda Winslow, a tough competitor, a senior, a 4:10, 1500 meter runner. You're not familiar with that distance, and you know the mile. Add a good 19 to 20 seconds, and that's her mile time. So she's right around 4:30. And she can run from the front, and she'll push the pace. Most athletes don't have a chance to win early in the race, in my opinion, in a competitive field when you lead from the gun. She might have that chance.
Ann Kesselring talked to us about, in the semi, just staying in the top 5 automatic qualifiers to get through, expending as little energy as she possibly can. She did that successfully, but she finds herself on the rail, as she did on Thursday's qualifying. It's okay now, but it could be problematic later in the race.
A little slow, setting up for a potential kicker's race. 69 seconds for the first 400 meters. You're looking at about a 4:38 mile pace when you do the adjustment metrically. So, you know, she's not really burning the pace here, running hard from the front. This plays into the hands of the woman wearing hip number 11, Palushina, Natalia Palushina from Oklahoma State. She's got 2-minute 2-second 800 meter speed, among others in this field.
So it's Amanda Winslow of Florida State who continues to lead, and right there is Corey McGee in the white of Florida, the junior, moving into second. Houlihan of Arizona State in third. Kesselring back in fifth, but well in contact.
2 laps to go from that point, and they're coming up to the 800 meters. Nothing much has changed. Run 3 laps and then race. This is what it looks like this event's going to turn into here. Pace quickening just ever so slightly now. 2:17 plus for the 800 meter mark.
And Winslow continues to lead. You can see from Arizona State. That is Houlihan. Shelby Houlihan, the sophomore. And now they're bunching up a little bit, which means the pace must have lagged ever so slightly.
Houlihan in second is the Pac-12 champion, just a sophomore, big star in high school in Iowa. She ran 4:43 for the mile. Excellent time. Everybody jockeying for position for the last lap.
Kesselring is dangerously close to that curve most of the race, and her teammate Becca Friday is pulling up the rear. But everybody's still in contention. And from Utah, that is Amanda Mergert, who is also making a move on the outside, but she just stays there on the inside of lane 2. Here comes the bell.
They are 3:09 plus with a lap to go, and Corey McGee moves up to try and get clear of that pack and stay out of trouble so she doesn't get boxed.
Oregon's Becca Friday starting to move up as well. No move from Kesselring, however, as Corey McGee gets in position right behind Winslow. Perfect positioning to make the move when it comes to doing that. Amanda Mergert in Utah is in third.
1,200 meters reached in 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Here goes Corey McGee trying to make her strike for victory with 200 to go. Palushina trapped on the inside. Look at her just fall back to try and get away from everybody and maybe cut outside.
Kesselring gets out of that box, but Palushina is in it. Corey McGee, did she move too early? On the outside from Notre Dame, Rebecca Tracy is also there. Corey McGee has gapped the field, though, but does she have enough? They've got the tailwind now. Here comes Ann Kesselring is going to score, but can she make it up? Here comes Palushina, just like she did in her semifinal. Natalia Palushina gets out of that box, wins it. McGee second, Mergert third. And we'll have to sort out the 2 Oregon runners. It looks like they both scored.
4 minutes, 13.25 seconds. Wow. What an interesting discussion it would be with Palushina.
She was in a boatload of trouble with about 200 meters to go. Badly boxed and looked like she almost tripped on the curve.
Wow, this is one of the worst boxes and situations I have ever seen at a conference or championship event. Watch the woman to the right of the screen wearing the burnt orange of Oklahoma State. She has 6 runners to try and figure out how to get around. Don't trip anybody. Don't fall yourself. Look at her try and wedge by on the inside. And look at how far she had to cut. She's looking for an opening. Desperately looking. Look at her even move her gait and her countenance and stride to get free and then make the run for home. Wow, that was a wow. Put herself in a tough position. She's got a title.
Well, in that crash of finishing, it turns out Oregon with no points. They got 11th and 12th. Palushina wins it over Corey McGee and Amanda Mergert. Let's go down to Lewis.
Thank you, Dwight. Well, Natalia, how did the slow pace early on affect you, and how did you get out of that box? You know, I like I'm happy that the pace wasn't as quick in the beginning because I don't know, something was missing those first few laps, and it was kind of didn't feel as great. It's like I should feel way better like running at that pace, but and then I think with like 300 to go, I was surrounded by so many girls, tried to pass on the inside, couldn't. Went on the outside, back on the inside, and at that point I thought I lost it. I was I think 5th or 6th coming with that home stretch, and I was like, damn, I was like, so much work, so many good races, so many good workouts, and now I'm running like 5th or 6th, and somehow I just found that extra gear. I wanted it so bad that I guess.
And it was a very nice close. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, Dwight.
All right, Lewis, all in trying to sort everything out in the top 5, missed the fact that the Oregon Ducks had drifted back to get the last 2 places. No points for the Lady Ducks. Still to come, it's the women's 100-meter hurdles. Can newly minted collegiate record holder Brianna Rollins go even faster? But up next, it's the men's 1,500 meters. Will it be defending champ Andy Bayer of Indiana or Mac Fleet, who must win to keep his Ducks in the hunt for the team title?
Amistoso
Here they come.
Here comes Bayer on the outside.
Bayer from Indiana trying to catch him. It's Betty and Bayer. Bayer and Betty. It's going to be tight, and they dive for the finish line.
Bodies everywhere on the track at Drake University last year. Welcome back to Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon for more of our coverage of the 2013 NCAA Outdoor Championships. Here are the men's team standings after 14 events. Arkansas up by 1.5 points over Southern Cal and Texas, with Florida back and forth but surging. As we get ready now for the men's 1,500 meters, Sydney Marie of Villanova from 32 years ago has the collegiate record and meet record, and there is the defending champion who took that dive last year to win the title. And here is a man that Oregon is pinning the slimmest hopes that they possibly could have on winning the men's title, Mac Fleet.
That is Austin Mudd, the sophomore from Wisconsin, Dwight. Had a stellar high school career, terrific at 800 meters, blossomed into the great miler here under the very solid distance program that they have up at the University of Wisconsin. He's got speed late in the race. If this becomes tactical, I think it plays into Austin Mudd's hands a little bit, along with several others. And right now, it's turning tactical. It often does in a championship. They just don't go out really hard like Sydney Marie did way back when, 30-plus years ago. Nobody really wants the lead, and it's going to set up for be a fierce last anywhere from 600 meters in to certainly the last 300. Oh, this is a cakewalk here, folks. They are race walking right now.
And the only problem with this, or the main problem with this, is that they get bunched up. Everybody needs a little bit of running room. And invariably, you get somebody who gets spiked or tripped, or something happens and people go down.
49. Wow, this is
Patrick
slow.
McGregor of Texas is out there in the lead right now.
You're looking at 67-second pace or so, something like that.
Jeremy Ray of Notre Dame is there as well.
Now, the women would buy in 69. Let's see what these guys go by in here. And it's about 67 on the nose. 67. Wow. That's like a 4:30 mile pace.
So the men with the best 400, 800 meter speed, this is playing right into their hands.
Ryan Hill from North Carolina State indoors ran a brilliant last part of his race, getting second at the NCs as far as speed goes. Mac Fleet is happy about a slow pace. Jeremy Ray has run under 3 minutes and 40 seconds from Notre Dame. He has good speed and was an outstanding 800-meter runner in his high school days in Ontario, Canada. Bayer can run, by the way. He can kick. So there's just some of the guys here who can turn this into a blistering last 400 meters. And it's going to play out that way. They haven't picked it up much. And 2 to go.
Forcing a lot of the athletes to run out in lane 2 and even lane 3, which is extra distance, but it's the best way to stay out of trouble.
Mac Fleet way in the back of the pack, wearing the yellow top, green shorts of Oregon, just biding his time. He's almost mincing his steps. This is so comfortable. And they haven't picked it up much. 2:12 plus by the 800 meters. Wow. You rarely see it go this slowly. McGregor, who's run 3:43 for 1,500 meters, top high school talent in his day at Texas, the Longhorn, and the Burnt Orange, starting to pick the pace up a bit. No one has challenged him.
That's Robbie Crease at Penn State starting to push things a little bit. Jeremy Ray looking from side to side, wishes he had eyes in the back of his head.
Patrick Casey, the Brit, is up there. The senior at Oklahoma as well. Now things are beginning to unfold. Crease, who doesn't have brilliant speed, I think it's fair to say, one to go, hit the bell at 2:57.3.
We haven't even seen Andy Bear up near the front. He's about 6 now in the middle of the pack. Crease starting to drive from more than 400 meters out.
There goes Mac Fleet, by the way. Fleet moving up, and they're 3:11 something with 300 to go.
Crease fighting off McGregor, who led the first half of the race. Fleet in a good position.
Bear now has moved up behind Fleet in the red.
This is a long way out for Crease to try to drive it. Now Mac Fleet is clear. He has just one more person. Then there's Andy Bear. Finally gets in position. It is Crease, Fleet, and down with, I can't tell who. It's not Andy Bear. He's right there. From Air Force, that's Zach Perkins making a move on Fleet. It's going to be Fleet winning it, and the 10 points for Oregon.
Mac Fleet, 148 800-meter runner in high school, shows the speed that he's got, and those wheels pay off on a slow pace. The crowd is giving him a standing ovation in the home stands here.
And he's giving them a lot of the credit. There you can see the move of the man from Oregon going after Robbie Crease. And there's Andy Bear in the red of Indiana, down with McGregor. That's who that was, and he took Riley Masters with him.
I think that's right. I think it was Masters that went down. Fleet gets clear of the field, and what a wonderful race coming up for the man from Air Force Academy, Zach Perkins, just a sophomore. Wow.
The Hayward Magic working for Mac Fleet as he gets 10 points for the Ducks with a win in 3:50.25. The time is insignificant. Zach Perkins gets second. Patrick Casey of Oklahoma finishing third, and the winner is downstairs with Lewis.
Well, Dwight, Mac said it's fun. So when the gun goes off and everybody hits the brakes like that, how does your mentality change about tactics and how it's going to play out?
I lick my chops because I have one of the better finishes.
Right.
I have pretty good, flat out foot speed. So when they decide to jog like that, and I can just sit in the background, block the wind, it's fantastic.
What's it like now running up the home straightaway, Hayward Field? You've got the big O on your chest, the crowd cheering, sort of lifting you down the straightaway.
I was thinking about that all morning. Just thinking about how coming off that final turn, listening to the crowd. I love this place.
And I think they love you. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
All right, Dwight.
All right, well, Mac Fleet did it in the right place. His dad was a good high school runner from San Diego. Mac Fleet comes up to Oregon and gets the ultimate, a win in the 1500. Still to come, the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase. Will Colorado senior Emma Coburn go for the win or the record? But up next, in the women's 200, it's Timberland Duncan of LSU. Can she complete the three-peat? Back in Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon for the final day of the 2013 NCAA Outdoor Championships presented by Northwestern Mutual. Well, let's get caught up with some field events. It's track and field, and there's plenty of action there. And let me tell you, those points count just as much as the ones on the track. In the men's discus, Julian Ruck, the junior from UCLA and Australia, had to come from behind in the 6th round to win the title in the men's discus. He'd set the collegiate record last week at 223 feet 7 inches. Here he goes 213.1, a pretty good throw here in Eugene, knocking the defending champion down into 2nd place. Chad Wright of Nebraska finishing 2nd by 4 feet. Andrew Evans of Kentucky getting 3rd.
The women's triple jump was a real battle through the first 3 rounds, just inches separating the 2 leaders. Andrea Gabel was in 2nd, and this is Shanika Thomas. And on her 4th attempt, the crowd tells it all. She gets out 46 feet, 4 3/4 of an inch for the victory. Cabell would wind up second, and Laquay Moen Davis from Texas A&M picks up valuable points for them in third place.
Important event for Kansas in the triple jump as well as the pole vault. This is Bethany Buell, the junior from South Dakota, her third and final attempt for the win at 14.7 1/4.